Problem was in time?
Yeah, we had a bunch of problems, and not enough time, but somewhere along, the upper end of the course up there, Chip must have run over something, and I don't know exactly what it was, but it took the tips off of, both sides of the propeller and caused an awful lot of vibration. The vibration rattled a bunch of things loose in the back end, one of which was the main water line coming off the rudder, which feeds the propeller shaft bearings and all that sort of thing.
Is the shaft straight now, the one he's got out there?
Yeah, well, it's as straight as us and the crane could make it. Yeah, we ended up having a little bit of a bent shaft and ended up trying to twist the thing up a little bit in order to straighten it, but that's part of racing, I guess, yeah.
Indeed, it is part of racing, but the Miller American is heading out with Chip Hanauer aboard. There's George Woods again out of Seattle in his second ride of the day in that Unlimited, the Oboy Alberto, owned by Jim Harvey. Todd Yarling in the Pietro's Pizza. We've got a boat camera right up behind him to the left that we'll get some pictures from, we hope, in this heat. And the Frank Kenney Toyota with those about 4,000 horsepower to be exact. The Budweiser with 400 points. As you see, the Miller American on the bottom of the heap needs points desperately to get into the final heat. So let's keep an eye on the Miller American as you see Todd Yarling coming down to the Pietro's Pizza. Here comes Chip as he looks for the Miss Budweiser. He is simply stalking Jim Kropfeld right now, trying to get on the inside of the Bud as he heads across the infield. There's the Budweiser. It looks like it's in trouble right now. Jim Kropfeld at the head of the back straightaway. The engine is going. He's got to get it up on a plane at the 1-minute gun. He does not do so. He is disqualified for this heat. You have to be on a plane at the 1-minute gun. So now the Budweiser is disqualified with only 400 points for the day.
Long D copy, he's illegal. He's illegal.
Here come the boats in the meantime around the west turn coming down for the start of E2A. The Budweiser's out there on the inside. There's the Miller American. As you see the Bud on the inside, here comes Todd Yarling. And let's go aboard with Todd in the Pietro's Pizza. Take a look at what it's like to go down the main straightaway. And there it is as you go aboard the boat along with Todd and the Budweiser in first place. But keep in mind, the Bud has been disqualified. Evidently, he has not seen the black flag, or the team has not been able, as you see Don Jones, the commissioner of the Unlimited Racing Commission, telling Bernie Little that officially the Budweiser has been DQ'd in this heat. They will try to get a black flag to him. There's the leader, the Miller American, and Chip Hanauer in first place. Behind, of course, the Budweiser, physically at least. And this is the battle for Todd Yarling as he goes down the back chute. The Budweiser, yes, physically in first place, but he has been disqualified, not maintaining a plane, being up on a plane, an engine running at the 1-minute gun. The Miller American needs the 400 points badly. There you see Todd Yarling again in Pietro's Pizza in a good battle with, I believe, it's the Oboy Alberto on the outside. Yes, it is. As Yarling looks to the inside, he's got Oboy Alberto on the outside, and the Miller American is in first place. This would mean that the Miller would have 400 points if he can hold on to first place, tied with the Budweiser with 400 points. It may come down to average speed to see who makes the final. The Miller team can only wait and hope that their boat will stay in first place. Right now, Chip Hanauer is giving Jim Kropfeld a bit of a push as he comes out in lane number 2. Hey, this is interesting. Jim Kropfeld evidently not getting the word. He has still got his right foot all the way to the firewall. And in the meantime, you've got Chip Hanauer trying to catch him. Second place is George Woods in the Oboy Alberto out of Seattle. Here comes the Miller American on the outside. Hey, this is fun. You got the Miller coming up on the Budweiser in lane number 2 down the back chute. Hanauer trying to air it out just a bit as he goes up against the Budweiser, even though he has first place. There is the Pietro's Pizza on the inside. The Budweiser with Jim Kropfeld still airing out the Budweiser, even though he is ineligible, as we have said. There's your leader, Miller American on the outside. Hanauer going against Jim Kropfeld. Their speeds have got to be up there. In second place, again, Woods out of Seattle, the 5- and 6-liter former world record holder and a K-boat driving champion in second place. First place to the Miller American. Second place again, the Oboy Alberto. Look who's moving up. That's Todd Yarling. And on the inside, here comes Milner Irvin in the Frank Kenney Toyota. Second place, Oboy Alberto with 2 boats right behind him. Miller American, oh, a lot of air under the Miller that time as he goes into that rough first turn. And he has come up deck to deck now with the Budweiser. Again, another good race for second and third. Todd Yarling on the inside with Oboy Alberto holding on to second with George Woods. Couple of dandy battles for first and second, even though the Bud is ineligible. And for third and fourth, there goes the Miller and the Budweiser as they pass Mitch Evans and the Pepsi's Choice. Look at this. What a gorgeous, gorgeous sight coming into the second turn. Hanauer on the outside and Kraftfeld on the inside. Two of the best in the business, period. Even though the Bud is ineligible, it's still an incredible sight. The Miller laying back just a bit. I'm sure Chip Hanauer knows that he has 400 points if he stays right where he is. And 300 for the Aboy Alberto if he can hold on to second place. Look at this battle again with Todd Yarling, George Woods, and on the inside, Milner Irvin. And look at the Miller American. My goodness. I can't believe how light he's getting going into the first turn. That is where all the boats have had problems today, going into the first turn out of the main straightaway. Current, wind, I don't know, but they have all had problems, especially the Mr. Pringles with Scott Pierce. Todd Yarling doing battle with the Aboy Alberto. And again, your leader, the Miller American, badly needing 400 points and a good fast lap average in this heat to possibly get into the final heat. It's going to be tough to tell who will be in the field until we complete Heat 2B, which is coming up right after this, being Heat 2A. But here's your winner of the heat, 400 points to the Miller American. So now we'll see who gets into the final. Aboy Alberto, 300 points. He should make it, George Woods. And third place, Milner Irvin and the Frank Kinney Toyota Volvo Mazda. Miller crew, oh, they've got to be happy, as they know now they've got a fighting chance to get into the final and do battle again with the Budweiser and Company. So the Miller American, 400 points, likewise for the day. And a good effort by Alberto, the Kenny Toyota, Pietro's Pizza. Nice having that boat camera, by the way. And the rest of the field, down to the pits.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Chip, were you aware what happened out there?
Well, you know, I thought he was dead at the 1 minute gun. I kept my eye on him, and then, you know, he kept going. And, you know, I would have hoped, I was obviously pushing real hard to catch him, and if he knew he wasn't right at the 1 minute gun, I wish he hadn't have done that, because I think we put each other in a lot of jeopardy. So,
All right.
but
Well, congratulations.
thanks. This is fun, boy. I'm tired.
Good show.
Thanks.
Let's check on the second place finisher for this heat. Now, the first time out rookie George Woods, and now second place. What's going on?
Well, I'll tell you what, Jim. What can I say? The boat just worked perfect. You know,
You had a real battle going out there, though, with the piston-powered boats.
Sure did. I kind of started a little bit late there and getting the motor cleaned out. We were kind of coming from behind, and I says, well, this is where we got to do it. So we just leaned on it. She ran perfect. We just pulled right by him, had a nice ride, no problems whatsoever, and it felt good.
Okay, now let's find out what really went on in the Budweiser camp. Don?
Well, Jim, right now there's another conference being held between Don Jones, who is the commissioner of the URC, and Bernie Little, but I think the business has basically been settled that Jim indeed was not maintaining a plane at the 1 minute gun in the Budweiser, and no argument from Bernie Little at this stage anyway. So I think that's, let's close the chapter to that situation. In the meantime, average lap speed for the Miller, 136, which is a new course record. In that heat, we'll be back after this.